Hi guys, and welcome back to Asknikkip. I'm gonna go ahead, no barking, and jump into the question. It says, hey Nikki, my ex-boyfriend and I broke up a year ago. A few months after I broke up with him, I dated another guy for 5 months. He dumped me a few months ago. One of the reasons being that he thought I still had reasons or had feelings for my first boyfriend. I denied that then, but now that I've had a lot of time to reflect, I realize that I do still have feelings for him. Bowser, come here. My first boyfriend has told me that he hasn't stopped liking me, that he's tried to get over me, but he still can't, even a year later. I don't know what to do. My sister tells me it's a bad idea to get back together with him. It's like my head agrees with her, but my heart wants me to go for it. Please help me figure out what I should do. Okay, so two things. First off, just because you break up with someone doesn't mean you're not supposed to be with them. I know people that have broken up multiple times and ended up getting married. Now, that being said, just because you have feelings for someone doesn't mean you're supposed to be with them. The really interesting thing about feelings, besides the fact that they can be totally misleading sometimes, is it's actually been scientifically proven now that like emotions, I guess, the way that an emotion hits your body is it's created somewhere in your brain and it drips down the back of your head like into your spine and you have a feeling. And the interesting thing is that it turns out, and this is what has been proven, is that certain people evoke certain emotional responses from you, and it's a specific like emotional cocktail that only that person can make you have that feeling. So this can happen in friendships, this can happen in boy-girl relationships, like romantic relationships, this can happen in any relationship really, even in coworker relationships, that when you end it, you have a withdrawal because there literally is nobody else that can create that exact emotional concoction and feeling in your body. So you literally become addicted to them. So I think it's really good to lay it out logically and lay out the reasons you broke up, why you weren't together anymore, and if you still want to be with him, maybe talking to your boyfriend about being friends, or your ex-boyfriend about trying to be friends or hanging out. I mean, it's kind of a slippery slope, but it's just hard to tell unless you guys have a conversation and talk about things and hang out. But yeah, that's kind of my thought on that, is to lay it all out black and white for yourself, talk to your ex-boyfriend, and just know, just because you have a feeling doesn't mean that it's necessarily what you should do or that it's necessarily true. So, yeah. The Twitter question says, I'm wondering if Nikki Philippi loved Interstellar as much as I did. # great movie. Okay, so I did like it. I thought it was a really brilliantly well done movie, as all of Christopher Nolan's movies are. But we had kind of a bad night that night. We had found out some really bad news that or not bad news, but hard news. Probably shouldn't have gone to the movies right like after finding that stuff out. So I was a little bit tainted, and it was just late, and so it was hard for me to follow everything. I was a little bit confused by the ending. I wasn't as captivated as I've been in some of his other films, but that being said, I mean, I still recognize that it was brilliant and beautifully done, and I most likely guaranteed will be seeing it again. Not necessarily when it's in theaters, but later, just because I think Christopher Nolan is just like, I mean, his movies are just like the kind of movies that like I wish I could be in, you know? He's so good. So, yeah, that is it. If you guys want to send me a question or messages, you can email them to me at asknikkip@gmail.com, or you can use the hashtag on Twitter, asknikkip, and I will see you soon. Bye, guys.